iPokes and head jokes.
Welcome back, guys, to episode 165 of iPokes and Head Chokes. It's me, your boy, Mr. Alex. It's NU_KEWLA over there.
Yes.
Yeah, I plugged your Twitter way too early, but it is what it is. We're here. I've had a long day. I've been working on something else for the channel that I'm kind of excited to put out. That we're kind of excited to put out. It's pretty funny, and
you keep saying that you're doing things.
No, it's gonna come out. It's ready. All I gotta do is upload it.
Coming, but okay.
All I gotta do is upload it. But no, yeah. We're here. WrestleMania week. It's not the conventional WrestleMania week that we.
It's the saddest WrestleMania week in the history of WrestleMania weeks.
You said it's the best one.
It's the saddest.
Oh, it's the saddest one. Yeah, absolutely. Because obviously we're dealing with the whole COVID-19 things.
I was talking about Gronk being the host, but okay.
Besides that too, obviously that's a big one. But at the same time, we're dealing with the whole. I'm gonna have it on, but whatever. But yeah, we're dealing with the whole COVID-19. Hope everybody's staying safe. Can I just get a quick round of applause for all the healthcare workers, emergency response teams, all that stuff. Grocery store, anybody that's deemed essential at this moment, that's working. That pretty much, yeah. It's you guys are fucking heroes, honestly speaking. There's no other way around saying it. You guys are
they
heroes.
They don't have capes on
for doing what you do. Heroes don't need capes, bro.
Not all
shit.
Heroes,
you said Mom Deuce is still going to work and shit. She's a fucking hero for work.
Oh,
so. Exactly. But nah, it's it's so scary. So thank you for everybody who's out there working, and even postal workers, Amazon workers still doing this shit. Thank you all for still being there and doing what is deemed essential to facilitate things going forward. With that being
other
said,
streamers too, because
of course other streamers,
between us doing this
all the
and
content creation, everything that's keeping us kind of sane whatnot at the moment.
We have things,
on Netflix.
We have to stay home, but we have things to do at home. We
do. It is, and like I said, it's the world we're living in right now for the time being. Hopefully, it doesn't last much longer. But it's I think it's making a difference. There's metrics that's already showing that it's making a difference. So we'll continue to do this as long as we're in this situation, as we're all in it together. So yeah, and that's why started creating more content, because I have the time. I have days off from work.
Between us and the world has time too. So.
The whole world has time. That's why I saw a couple of my favorite streamers and YouTubers put out so much content over the past week that I'm just yo, I could barely keep up. But anyways, we're here to talk about WrestleMania and wrestling, because there's really nothing else going on in the world besides wrestling that's still kind of in the limelight. One of the only few sports that can be in the limelight at the sports entertainment that can be in the limelight.
Well, it depends. If you're in Florida, you can still sport.
You shouldn't.
Florida is broken.
And also, Florida
is just a broken state.
It's fucking Florida. You lived there for how long? For 2 years, so you would know exactly.
I've still been in my own house without anybody else at this point. Maybe 3 people.
It is what it is. But the funny thing is, the first spot I'm gonna hit after all this shit is done, I'm going straight to Florida. I need a fucking vacation. I can't go to Japan. I'm going to fucking Florida. I'm going to Miami. I'm gonna go check my people at West Palm.
Remember, we have Tampa in October.
It's not Tampa. It's Daytona. But they're right next to each other, so it doesn't matter.
That's what I mean. I keep saying that. It's the second time I said that shit too.
No. I'm sorry. Tampa isn't close to Daytona. Daytona is close to Orlando, so we could still go to we could end up going, because it's in October, right?
Yeah.
And Raw Nationals, we could do Raw Nationals, and then we could go to fucking Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando. It's 40 minutes away.
It depends on it's cool sometimes. Every year is different, so it really depends on every year is different. So it depends on what the houses are going to be like, what the horror houses are going to be like this year.
True. But yeah, I also want to go.
Fingers crossed, though. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, exactly.
Because I need a summer. I need a fucking summer.
Yeah.
Like I don't even care about.
I hate the summer, so like I would still go anywhere at this point.
I just hope that like I don't even want to go back to work. I don't want to go back to work.
I would actually prefer to go back to work right now, honestly speaking. But
some time off, some more time off, another month or two.
I give it another like 2 weeks that I want to be like
May. Come on, May.
Nah. But anyway,
let's get double or nothing too.
Yeah.
If we get double or nothing, but not.
I would actually laugh about that. But let's get down to brass tacks on WrestleMania. So where they've been developing the cards and ad dropping stuff because of certain issues throughout the card. Because it's because it's you, bro. So we do have Otis versus Dolph Ziggler, which should be interesting because it all revolves around Mandy Rose at the moment. So
that's a great storyline, and
it's a good storyline.
Yeah, it's a great storyline. It's a great building of a new character, of a new athlete, because we haven't seen nothing like this in a while. Of course, I think it's gonna be on the kickoff show. I don't think it should be.
It shouldn't be. Elias versus Corbin should be on the kickoff show. But remember, they have 2 nights, so there's no reason to have that on the kickoffs. There's no reason to have a fucking kickoff show, period. One. Let's get that.
Nobody's there, so there's really no reason to have a kickoff show. How?
Exactly.
I need to know how is WrestleMania going to be different from these other shows, because 1, it's WrestleMania. 2, nobody's in the crowd. So I need to know, like, that's the one thing I'm looking for, is the difference.
I wouldn't even call it WrestleMania. I'd call it Mini Mania. Something. Like, I'd give it a completely different name. Honestly. Like not to paraphrase fucking, which Uso was it? But he said hashtag RonaMania.
It was
like
Jimmy Uso.
Whichever one. They're both drunk. Doesn't matter. But like, that's what, like, come on. Like, how you hashtag RonaMania on your own shit? Like, bro, like, come on.
What do you mean? Like, that's what it is?
I mean, it is what it is, and that's what I told you.
And it went viral.
When you said that, I was like, I'm not surprised that he did it, because when you were like, oh, he's drunk again, and I'm like, yeah, how's that different from any time? But whatever. Either way, it doesn't matter. Let me just keep going through the card. So we have Elias versus Corbin after that.
That was mean.
After that, we were supposed to have Aleister Black versus Bobby Lashley for some reason. Again, if I'm looking up, it's because I'm looking at my other screens. Then we have the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. The Miz and John Morrison versus the New Day versus the Usos. But we've heard that Miz pulled out because he's heading home with an illness. Hopefully it's not the coronavirus, COVID-19.
And if it is, hopefully it's not so bad.
Yeah, hopefully it's not severe. And the other thing is, like, it could be a coronavirus. The common cold is a coronavirus. So, like, let's just not get too ahead of ourselves. Like, I've had friends that have been bugging out, and they're like, "Oh no, it was just a cold. I was perfectly fine." I'm like, unless you have those specific symptoms, then we can start acting.
On who you are and your age and your health in general with a regular common cold during the Corona era. So
a common cold could fuck you up. It doesn't matter.
Yes, it can. But like a rapper, Scarface he had it. Well, he has it, and he said it started with pneumonia. So it can start one way and then
exactly
go all off the rails. So it really just depends on who you like, your health situation. If you have bad heart, like Roman pulled out because he has a low immunity to certain things based on having leukemia. So
that's what she said. Too easy. Sorry.
Sorry.
Go on.
That's why I try to keep like the run along.
You kept going. Yeah, I know.
I tried.
I know.
Just depends.
No, yeah, 100%. So I don't know exactly how they're gonna reformat that. Maybe I don't know. I mean, do you have a SmackDown Tag Team Championship match at that point if 1.5 of the champions isn't there, or do you actually?
There's gonna be a triple threat tag match now. As far as like
It was
throwing,
a triple threat tag. That's what I'm saying. So like, what do
oh,
you do now? Because only John Morrison is John Morrison gonna have to defend it by himself? I would do that honestly.
I definitely
For
would, and
storyline
I would
purposes,
like him
like
to
he
still
has to
win.
defend them both. Yeah, exactly. He would have to defend them both. Either way, after that we had the Raw Tag Team Championship match: Street Profits versus Andrade and Angel Garza. We haven't heard any
Andrade pulled
changes to
out.
that. He pulled out.
Yes, he's sick. He's injured. He's injured. He's not sick. He's injured.
Okay. I just think.
So I have no. I think somebody else is gonna fill in for him. I'm not really sure at the moment. I sent something, so let me actually see. Because I think so. Yeah, somebody has to fill in, and that goes with that. My plan just is shit now. Because remember, I was telling you I wanted them to go back and forth with a title drop and a title. Like, let them go back and forth with the titles.
Yeah.
Like, they need the hype. They need the stats and they need the hype. Like, Street Profits is really good, but I guess Raw needs some hype with the titles because they're really trying to build the tag team division right now, which is crazy because they have a great tag team division, but they're not utilizing the tag teams that we know are teams. Like, they're not utilizing War Machine. I'm not calling them the other name. They're not utilizing War Machine. They're not utilizing
the Viking Experience that they used to be called.
Shut it. Shut it. We will never. We don't acknowledge them as such.
Like, what the fuck were they thinking? Like, it just still baffles me. Anyways,
when you get to WWE, it's not your choice anymore. You know it, and
no. I'm not saying the tag team. I'm talking about creative. What the fuck were they thinking? Because that's.
It's something that they can sell. They can own it. They can own it forever, and they can sell it because once they leave, they're going back to being War Machine.
I know that, but it just didn't make sense to call them the Viking because they weren't called the Viking Experience in NXT. It was only when they got brought up, so yeah. it is what it is.
It's Vinny Mac.
Whatever. After that, we have the Intercontinental Championship match. We have Sami Zayn versus Daniel Bryan. Has either one pulled out of that or no?
Who?
Not that I saw. Sami Zayn versus Daniel Bryan Intercontinental Championship match.
Well,
I haven't heard anything about that.
Well, it's not going to be and it's not a Crown Jewel show, so no, nobody pulled out yet.
Okay. I guess. I mean, one couldn't go, the other one pulled out, so like that's opted not to go. Then we have Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins. I don't care. I haven't heard anything in terms of that. Then we have.
I don't care either. It's not that big of a deal of a match.
No, it's not.
I like it. It's a Ring of Honor match. I mean, majority of the card is a Ring of Honor match.
Yeah,
but it's a Ring of Honor match. It's pretty good. It's gonna be like it just depends. It's WrestleMania, so it depends on what they do. It's WrestleMania, so they have to do high spots. They have to have a compelling match. So it depends on that. Like if they let them have the best match ever with, of course, some safety, it's gonna be a good match. Am I looking forward to it? Yes. Do I need it? For WrestleMania, no. But I'm willing to watch and I'm interested in to see how Buddy Murphy and AOP plays a part.
True.
That's about it.
True. I forgot about that. Yeah. Then we have the Undertaker versus AJ Styles in a Boneyard match. I hope it's actually in a Boneyard, but
Chicken bones.
This just exactly. This just has Dead Man Inc. written all over it. I don't care. He should retire. I've voiced my opinion.
You haven't seen
many
times.
Seen
the promos?
I don't care.
The back and forth between them two.
I don't care.
He's gonna be rolling. Like we're getting dead. Yeah.
Police!
Help! Somebody got.
Police! Police!
That's how I feel with that match. Like I don't care. 5 years ago, I'd give a shit.
Yeah.
Now, It's not gonna be more than 10 minutes.
I would have rather seen Shawn than Taker in this match. I know it's gonna be a good match because it's AJ, and I expect it to be a good match because it's AJ.
Because it's AJ, yes, he's gonna carry most of the load, obviously. But how much of that load can he carry? Like, you can only carry so much. You know what I mean?
Well, all Undertaker really has to do is sit up.
Moving on.
Come on.
No, you're right, and that's why it's just a quick moving on. After that, we have the SmackDown Women's Championship match: Bayley, Lacey Evans, Tamina, Naomi, and Sasha Banks in the 5-pack challenge. Everything's
I
still.
thought Dana Brooks was supposed to be in that match.
No, not that I've no.
Oh, well, she's sick anyway, so she can't be there. Well wishes, of course. Well wishes, of course.
Obviously.
But she's sick.
Who do you want to win that match, or who do you think's gonna win that match?
I really want to see the back and forth between Sasha and Bayley. Like
that's happen.
Huh?
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. It's for the title. I just like that's it. Like that's the only thing that's really interesting to me.
I think Lacey Evans could sneak one. Because
I don't like
she was close.
I don't like her style.
What?
I don't like her style of wrestling.
I like her because she's a former military person, so
I respect that.
That's my only reason, like, really for liking her. But I just think that she can be better. She just needs to put more work in, and she just needs to be given more of a chance too. Because it's not her fault that she came out for 18 months just walking back and forth and not having a match. That's creative's fault, not hers.
I wish it was a lot better when they decided to let her do that. Like, I wish she was a better wrestler.
It's not a let her do that; it's a make her do that thing. But this is the thing: she was good in NXT. She didn't have that many issues in NXT.
She was decent in NXT.
I guess.
And I like her. I like her. I like her gimmick. I like she's a respectable person when it comes to the talent that she is. She's very athletic. She's better. She may be bad on occasion, but she's still better than a lot that's out there. So it's not really to give her too much shit. It's just for a WrestleMania match. For a WrestleMania match, it's kind of iffy. For a WrestleMania win, it's kind of iffy.
Honestly, it doesn't. WrestleMania really doesn't matter at this point. Honestly, like, I mean, they still have some storylines going into it, but like after this, like,
I don't know how Tamina got in this match, but okay, let's see how this goes.
I mean, I'm not even gonna. You know what? I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say. After that, NXT Women's Championship match. We have Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair. Should be a good match. Hopefully it's I mean, it probably should be one of the better ones of the night. I think Rhea Ripley should keep it, honestly. There's no reason for Charlotte to win it other than being Charlotte Flair. And that's it. That's all I got. Rhea Ripley's a beast.
We say the same thing all the time when there's
and then Charlotte wins.
Charlotte needs to put people over. She's the female. Cena. Who?
She's the female Cena.
I was going to say Shawn Michaels in the 90s. The same.
Cena's more relevant because he's the only one that's like tied this dude, Ric Flair's.
Fucking 16 for no reason.
Exactly. Just cause.
Yeah. Shawn put more people over than Cena, I think. I think Cena just had decent matches.
Cena's put a lot of people over. More than Charlotte has.
I was comparing Cena and Shawn.
Oh, okay.
Cena and Shawn. Shawn, he shitted on
Shawn's people. I mean, he shit on people in the beginning, but then eventually put them over. I mean, that was the thing. But
like even
I would.
Vader. Oh my God, that Vader match.
I would just like to see Rhea Ripley actually win. Like Charlotte, like, you don't need to always win. You know, like
I think she has to win.
No, she doesn't. There's no reason for her to win.
Rhea
What's the
Ripley?
reason? No, I'm saying Charlotte
No, Rhea Ripley has to win.
has to win. Yeah, just to solidify it, because otherwise
Yeah.
it's just a main. Because it'll make the brand look worse overall. Because if you have a main person come down, challenge the champion, and then the champion loses,
but she returned like
that means NXT don't mean shit.
But the queen returns. I know, no, I get it too. But
it weakens the brand.
It's the idea of the queen returning.
No, I get it.
Like I can see that,
the brand.
But yeah, it does.
It completely hurts it, and you might as well just give the keys over to fucking AEW that night.
Yeah,
over and over and over again for NXT. Like Wednesdays fully will belong to AEW at that point.
Because I mean,
you're watering down the. I mean, but they'll beat them on like a 3-1 scale instead. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Does NXT have 1 hour? Why does NXT feel like it's only 1 hour? And I know it's 2, but it feels like it's only 1 hour.
Commercials. After that,
yep,
we have the Raw Women's Championship match: Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler. I'm all in for Shayna winning it. Honestly, at this point, she's killed everybody in NXT. Only lost once.
It's been a year. I'm tired of. Yeah. I'm tired of. Not that I'm tired of Becky.
Not to take anything. Yeah, exactly.
Not that I'm tired of her, but she needs a break. We need a break from her. Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Absolutely.
So we got to give her some time off, and we don't need a female Benoit. That's it.
Oh, okay. You mean in terms of work, like working every
yes,
time?
Yes. Okay, yeah, work ethic. I respect the work ethic. I respect the work ethic, but we don't need like.
No, I get it. Take some time off, heal up for like a month or two, then come back. Like kind of like what Ronda Rousey's doing. So like, cause like she's still technically under contract.
My God. Yeah.
So
if she pops up, she better pop up.
She might.
The UFC 4 horsewomen or the MMA.
Might.
Yeah.
She might.
That's interesting to see the Becky versus Shayna match now, because it's WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So you need her to show up.
Exactly. You need something to give reason to actually watch it, more so than you would because of the fact that it's just WrestleMania. But like now, especially now, you definitely need another like, oh shit, did you see that? Because then if that happens in night 1, you're definitely tuning in night 2 to see what happened in night 2.
Exactly. This might be the first time in a long time that we actually get WrestleMania that's based on, like, the most important thing are the matches.
Because the thing is, they pre-recorded a lot of these matches.
Yeah.
So like, and they have multiple endings already. Like it's been like reported that there's multiple endings. So
they had to pre-record this shit. It's crazy to me, and I understand it because it's I completely
understand.
It's limited people in an area at a time. I completely understand it.
Yeah.
And people's schedules are different. So.
Yep. And then we have John Cena versus The Fiend. Don't care. But
the Fiend cannot lose 2 pay-per-views in a row.
True. I mean, in terms of I don't really care for this, but like The Fiend has to win.
Yeah, I don't care either, but I need The Fiend to win. I don't need a part-timer to keep popping up. Like if 2 part-timers win during WrestleMania, I'm gonna be upset.
Yeah, agreed.
If and I expect Goldberg to win because he just got the title.
Yeah,
I expect him to win, and because it's Braun, but whatever.
We'll get to that. Yeah. After that, we have Edge versus Randy Orton. I think Edge should win. Just because he got concertoed a while back, like about 2 months ago. So like, yeah. So I would give him that for sure.
He should win. He should definitely win.
I hope it's an interesting match. I think it'll be a good match because Edge always puts on good matches. Like I haven't really seen a bad Edge match, and him and Randy Orton, they're like super cool anyway. So I'm sure they'll work.
If Edge had a bad match, it was because of under the influence Jeff Hardy. And I don't think he's done that on WWE TV. So, or WWE in general.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm sorry, Jeff. I love you, but it's Corona season. It's Corona era, and somebody got to take hits. This is what it is. This is exactly what it is.
That was clearly your eye poke of the fucking night.
There's more to come.
After that, we have the Universal Championship match: Goldberg versus It says to be determined, but I think we all know that Braun Strowman took Roman Reigns' spot. Roman Reigns, as we discussed earlier, pulled out of the match.
Might have had like 2 or 3 matches, like you said. They pre-recorded.
Yeah, they pre-recorded a bunch of things. So yeah, but they still said that, it's yeah, I mean, I could see Goldberg keeping it regardless. And then after that, we have WWE Championship match: Brock Lesnar versus Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre should win.
Most definitely.
He should.
Since 07, 08, he's been the chosen one.
But because of all of this, does it happen? Should. It should.
Yeah. It should still happen.
I still think it should. I still think it should, obviously.
Yeah, but it should still happen.
Yeah. I can see him winning it and then heel turning. Because he'll be like, I'm the chosen one. I told you I was the chosen one. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, because this whole gimmick that he has right now, I don't like it.
Yeah. I want to see some more cocky attitude.
It's very Disney. It's very Disney.
I need to see his cocky attitude like before, like back in like WCPW when he was still in the Indies, TNA.
Impact.
That's what I'm sorry, Impact. But yeah, like because he can't talk. So like he does have the promo skills. It's just he's a little too PG for me. Just bump him up a little bit to PG-13, have him a little heelish. I'm not saying go full MJF, but
why not? Come on, guy. MJF is
too much. But I also what the fuck else did I read about WrestleMania? I forgot what it was. I think I pretty much said everything. Revolving WrestleMania in terms of like any changes or
well, there's a lot of sick people. There's a few sick people. There's a few injured people. Dana Brooks is injured. Rey Mysterio. No, excuse me. Dana Brooks, Rey Mysterio, The Miz. All 3 of them have some sort of illness. I don't want to say it's coronavirus or not, but hopefully they're just it's very minor. It's a regular cold that they don't want to take any other precautions with. Roman Reigns is being very precautionary with the situation that he's in with having leukemia. Andrade is injured, so we don't know how that's gonna go. I'm not exactly sure who's gonna fill in for him for that match with him and Angel Garza going against the Street Profits. But like I said, that just ruins my plans in my head of what WWE could have done. But hey,
you're limited at this point. It is. It
was going to be ruined anyway because it's WWE. So like we just have to wait and see what's going to happen and who ends up taking his spot or who ends up replacing him for the match. Yeah, like that's all that I have.
That's pretty much all I have for WWE, WrestleMania, and whatever.
I do want to jump into the whole Braun Strowman shit. Like,
oh yeah, go ahead.
Like, I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know. Like,
this is when people do stupid things, like idiots doing idiot things because they're idiots. As for Archer, like, so can you read what he said or?
Yes, I can. If I can find it. So, Stu Grayson, from AEW, he put out a post basically saying take care of each other in the wrestling community. Buy what you have to buy to support everyone. Go on Patreon and things like that. And his post on IG goes, "Here we go with more of the somebody pay for my bill stuff." Exactly. If you can't afford to pay your bills, maybe you should change professions. That's why I quit strongman. I loved it, but I couldn't afford to live. So instead of making a GoFundMe or a Patreon wanting someone else to take care of me, I went out and I worked harder than I've ever worked in my life to get where I am. What happened to being accountable for your own actions? And for anyone that goes, that's easy for you to say. You're a WWE superstar. Just an FYI, 7 years ago, I moved to Florida with everything I owned in the Kia Soul with $150 to my name when I started this. I completely understand that. Good for you. Completely good for you.
Good for you.
You are not everyone else.
Yeah.
You spent 7 years in trying to get what a spot in the performance center. It's not easy for everyone. Everyone's not going to get that, and you know that's not going to happen. Everyone has to make their way. Shit, we have a Patreon. Shit, we have Redbubble.
Yeah.
We have Redbubble. We have these places where you can get our shirts that we don't personally design, but we figure out how to dictate to other artists.
Hey, that one you're wearing?
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes. We don't, not 100%. Not 100%.
I know what you mean.
But there are some things that we do ourselves. Like you did this one. We came up with the idea of the logo.
Of course. Yeah, we outsourced it just like anybody else would.
Exactly. It's outsourcing. So even a Patreon is outsourcing. You have, like Braun, he has a fucking YouTube show. So don't start with the bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You make your own content just like we do, but you're shitting on other content creators.
It's not even the content creator aspect. It's more so the wrestlers that can't, like all the indie wrestlers that can't wrestle on WrestleMania weekend. Like you said, I think you said Danhausen was supposed to wrestle 15 times.
13 shows. Fucking Faye Jackson had a whole fucking show.
Yeah.
She had her own show, so that means she can start her own promotion if she wants.
The sweatpants and stuff and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, like the sweatpants Battle Royale. Like
exactly.
It comes down to you. Certain people needed to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it was a super classless thing to say for most other people because like again, you're not in their situation. You're practically guaranteed a match or at least a WrestleMania spot. These people, like you said, fucking, he had 13 fucking shows, 13 matches to put on. That's so much lost income that I can't even, I can't quantify it. Only he knows how much he was gonna get from that. You know what I mean? So like we can't quantify it.
Even if the minimum is $100 a show,
that's $1,500.
Even if the minimum is $100 a show, like.
That's $1,300. So let's say bare minimum you're getting $300 a show, right? 300 times 13.
Bank.
Yeah,
I'm not doing math,
right but that's at least 4 Gs.
Yeah,
it's at least 4 Gs.
Bank. So you can't sit on a high horse and judge what people are doing or how people are doing it. Like Patreon. It's numerous things. It's not just some of the women that have their sexy pictures that specifically are for whoever wants to buy them. But you can do whatever you want. Like if we can put on our Patreon, we can make a fucking a calendar, a picture for every month of the year, and certain notes on specific days. Birthdays of who we fuck with and who we don't fuck with, or however we do it, and we can sell it like that on Patreon. So like Braun cannot give me the bullshit of, oh, the way I did it is the way I did it and the way you're doing it is wrong. Because that's exactly what it sounds like.
It is.
That's exactly what it sounds like. And it's bullshit because it's judgment based because you don't know how you did it.
Yeah.
Well, not that you don't know how you did it. You don't know how others did it, and you didn't do it how they did it. Like you can't have just one stream of revenue at all. Like like what do you mean pay for my bills? Like that's ridiculous. We pay for your bills too.
I mean, everybody in the arena pays for your bills. Sorry, that's how it works.
I'm never going to get a Braun shirt. I'm never going to get a Braun shirt now.
The thing is, we never did, so it doesn't even matter.
Well, I wanted to, but they was
it's dick shit like
cheesy.
that.
They were cheesy.
It's dick shit like that. That honestly, I'm just like, no wonder you never got the fucking Universal Championship.
Yeah.
So
and I would still love to have a conversation with him about this. It can be cordial.
There's nothing else to say, honestly. I mean, he apologized and shit, but you said it, so I think he was forced to apologize.
His apology was like a backhanded compliment.
Whatever, man. I don't care. We can move on from this shit.
Man, what we were talking about? We were talking about Teddy Hart.
What the fuck about Teddy Hart? I don't care about Teddy Hart.
Don't do that to Teddy Hart. He's amazing.
I don't care.
That's the Hart Foundation 2.0. Okay. So apparently there was an incident with him and his girlfriend from Ring of Honor, who is Maria Manic, the man eater. Some domestic abuse.
Was he the cause of it?
Yes.
Okay, that's why he
allegedly,
shit.
Allegedly. I can't say yes or no. Allegedly. I wasn't there.
Okay, allegedly, if alleged English, motherfucker. If allegedly
turns out
to be true, here, English, motherfucker, do you speak it? Anyways, if it turns out to be true, then Teddy Hart ain't shit. So, yeah, there you go.
Well,
I mean, people. No, I mean and not even only Teddy Hart. Anybody that gets into that certain sort of situation, like, you ain't shit. You know?
But it also, like I said, it can be situational as well. It really depends on.
There's no situation which it should happen. Period.
That's 100%. That's 100% true. That's 100%
trying to stab you in the neck, hit her, knock her out, take her out. But besides that, there's no reason. There's no other reason. For me personally, there's no other reason.
No, I agree with that. But I'm just saying. Only thing I'm not condoning any of this. I'm not letting it be bypassed as okay based on being under the influence. But that may be a cause. That can always be a cause, and that can always tweak a slight difference.
No, don't get me wrong. There's a reason why it happened, but that reason really doesn't. Unless, like I said, she was trying to kill you.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it.
Because Ace Montana, who is also an independent wrestler, he was there. He recorded a lot after while Teddy was outside of the house, basically saying like you choked her out, you did this, you did that. The cops are coming. Get the fuck out of here. Keep it moving.
Okay, then that sounds like it's not alleged. That sounds like he did something. So, anyways, moving on. What else you got? I don't got time to talk about fucking scumbags. I had a long day. I don't give a fuck right now, honestly.
I know. John Jones.
I could care less about him right now.
I know. It's not that I could.
He got another DWI, right? Or some shit like that.
I just want to know, like, what the fuck is really going on with him? Like, even like during the stay home era of this whole pandemic, like, what is really happening? Where you can't even stay home, where you have to go drinking and driving, and there's some possibly aggravated assault that's being.
Him and the Usos should hang out.
No, they shouldn't. It's gonna be a murder.
Yeah, they should.
It's gonna be a murder. They hang out.
I mean, Vince McMahon hid fucking Snooker's murder, so whatever.
Is that it? Wait a minute. Wait. Is that on? Why do we have that on Dark Side of the Ring? I think that's this season.
It might be.
I think it's this season. I think that and Owen is this. I know Owen is.
I know that a podcast called Crime and Sports covered it for sure.
Yeah.
So I
listened to a little bit of that, but I think it's on Dark Side this season. I'm actually looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to what's the other one? The Brawl for All, the Brawl for All, and the New Jack story, which is tomorrow. Comes out tomorrow.
Oh, okay, cool. What do you have for me in terms of AEW news?
So we're not going to talk about John Jones. That's it, huh?
No. He just keeps getting in trouble. I'm tired of talking to people getting in trouble for the same shit. Literally the same shit. You either coked out or you drank too much.
That's what happened the first time he went to jail when he was signed to WWE.
Whatever, man.
And if it wasn't that, it was something like that. AEW, they're doing a bracket on. They're announcing the bracket for an 8-man tournament for AEW's TNT title. I'm guessing that's a working title for maybe about a couple of months. That I can see that staying.
No, it's the name of the title.
I think they're gonna change it in a couple of months. Months being maybe years, maybe 2 years.
I'm saying for the foreseeable future, that's the name of the title. I think that's pretty stupid. You could have called it anything. You could have called. I mean, you can't call it the World Championship because that's NWA. But like you could have
the real world title.
You could have found something like I don't know, man. Like I just does it look nice?
There's nothing other than a tournament. Like there's no announcement of anything else. The announcement is there's going to be a bracket. It's going to be announced tomorrow on AEW Dark. It's an 8-man bracket. Half of the bracket is going to be announced tomorrow, so 4 people are going to be announced. And I think next week or maybe even on Dynamite, the other 4 members might be announced. So I'm not completely sure. That's all that we have so far. Why your face looks like that? Like there's nothing else to do at this point.
I know, I agree, but at least have really what it looks like. So at least give me a fucking picture.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Everything is slowly developing because of the coronavirus. So
I know, but
everything has to slowly move.
At least like a prototype blueprint or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
I want it.
It's gonna be green.
Unless I would say fuck it. Tweet out five different versions of what it could be.
And make the people vote.
Still don't even want them. No, still don't want their vote.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It would be. Yes, because the fans have a say-so in AEW. That would be kind of cool, but I would still not do it. It's like I would do it, but I still would not answer to the fans sometimes. I'm a little vintage.
No, I get it.
I'm a little vintage.
Yeah. What else?
We just definitely need a new version of the women's title. That's 100%. I don't care how it looks. It needs to be. It needs to be
bigger. That's it.
It could be the same belt.
It could be the same.
Just scale it, like
20%. No, not even. You could do it 20 to 30% bigger. Be fine.
I don't want Nyla Rose to have a Rio size belt on.
Rio didn't want a Rio size belt. Come on, like
and it's great. Like I think they should have like at least 2 other scale versions of it just for specific women. Because I don't want to see like Alexa Bliss, how she had the title. It kind of looks cool sometimes because it was so big around her little waist. Because it looks
that's
like
a lot of money though. Because them shits ain't cheap.
Well,
I mean, you can't have 3 different ones. You can have a small, medium, and large size.
It's like a replica version.
I don't know. I like Alexa Bliss.
Like it's like a replica version. Like if you put money, it'll be a write-off anyway. So what? Could be. So, exactly. Yeah, do that shit. Like it should be scaled to not everyone.
Yeah, you should have 3 different. Yeah, I could agree with that, having 3 different sizes at least for the women.
Yeah, and like Jericho has the one that he had the one that he can travel with after the whole situation of him losing the title. So it's like, come on, you need replicas.
I mean, but they always usually have replicas. I just don't think they had a replica initially for that title.
Of course, that shows how important that title is, and that title needs to be a lot more important. And that needs to be a lot more important in the grand scheme of AEW, because there's a lot of women. Like, cool, we have Rio. She did her thing a little bit. Nyla Rose is doing her thing. Britt Baker is doing her thing. Big Swole. So it can be done. It can be done. You can give these women maybe more time, maybe more attention.
True.
So yeah, that's yeah. What do you feel about? How do you feel about whatchamacallit showing up? We kind of talked about that last week, didn't we?
Oh,
Matt. What do you feel about the promo of him just disappearing and not even like everyone was saying teleportation? He said teleportation, and then AEW said, "Oh no, it was just Vanguard one playing mind tricks on Chris." I like it.
whatever, man. Matt Hardy, he's in control of his shit. So if he did the instant transmission from Dragon Ball, whatever, I don't give a fuck what you attribute it to. As long as it works, it works. You know,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Who do you want in the AEW mid card title bracket?
That's research I'd have to like actually look at. So yeah, honest with you, to answer
No,
that.
like off the top of the head,
off the
without
top of the
knowing.
dome, Spears should be in it.
He's going for the tag title, so maybe he should.
This is my thing though. Even if you're going for tag titles, it doesn't matter. That shouldn't exclude you from a singles tournament. So you should have Spears in it. You should obviously have Hangman in it. Maybe I would put Ray Phoenix or Penta in it, just because.
I put
Pac obviously. I would obviously put Pac. What's this guy's name? The Shima. I would put him in it as well. Maybe when you're gonna have to pull from some of the tag teams. Who else do we have in singles that you could put in it?
Kip Sabian,
obviously.
Darby Allin.
That's
one thing I wanted to mention during the our conversation with Tevin and E was the fucking headbutt, right? The closer thing to that headbutt, the flying headbutt that we have, like Chris Benoit, is that coffin drop.
Yeah, but that's more so on the back, if anything.
It's still your head dropping, and you can get.
No, he tenses it like the most he'll get from that is whiplash.
Well, shit, you could get it
because he goes like this. When he drops, he tucks in. That's the thing. So that's
but remember the first time we seen that? Remember the first time we seen that on the apron?
I mean, he went onto the apron like this, and that was all his back. I mean, yeah,
and his head still went like that, like a little loose neck baby. Like, like it's still dangerous. So like
either way. I mean, you could pick a lot of people for that. I mean, honestly, like it should be open to the whole thing, obviously. But yeah, I would see Darby Allin, Pac, Shima, Janela. Yeah, why not? Hangman. And like I said, you could pull from the tags. So
yeah. Would you want Brandon Cutler on there too?
Whoever the fuck, I don't care.
I like Brandon Cutler. He just has a very bad losing streak, and he has the best fucking entrance gear ever. How do you have the best entrance gear and you're the loser?
I don't know.
All matches.
I have no idea.
Well, something's gonna happen.
I mean, it's gonna be an interesting week, honestly.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it the way.
You fucking liar! You're not even gonna watch WrestleMania. You just said it earlier.
I'm looking forward to Dark.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
and Dynamite.
Yeah. All right, but I think with that, that's the end of the podcast. Yeah, he does his shots. You could follow us. God, that's so fucking much. You can follow us on Twitter at Pokes and Chokes. Just because you did that, you can follow us on Twitter at Pokes and Chokes. Myself at _ Mr. Alex 25 _ the guy on the other side of the screen at
NU _ KWLA.
Check us out on Facebook.com/Pokes and Chokes, Instagram at Pokes Chokes.
You're on mute, by the way. I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, okay. Patreon.com/Pokes and Chokes, and then Patreon.com/Pokes. Shit, you know what? Whatever. Just follow us. If you want some merch, Redbubble, Threadless, and also listen to us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and Transistor FM. But yeah, thanks for being with us, and we will definitely catch you guys next week after WrestleMania. We'll see, and maybe for some Dark Side of the Ring too. So check out the thing we did on Dark Side on YouTube. But yeah, peace out, guys. Thanks again.
Oh, we should have Doc on.
No, bitch, you're done. You're done. You're done. But I agree. But you're done. Peace out.
Come on, we should have Doc on it too. Come on.